Rufus just changed the game when installing Windows 10 and 11 with its latest update. Released on April the 30th, 2026, this update isn't just a patch. It's a major quality of life upgrade that transforms Rufus from a simple USB creator into a fully customizable Windows deployment tool. Let's get into it. If you don't know, Rufus is a free open source utility that lets you create bootable USB drives from ISO images. It's the go-to tool for installing Windows and Linux, running firmware updates, or working on machines with no operating systems at all. I know, I'll get a couple of comments that say, Rufus is trash, use Ventoy. Let me save you the time. The latest version, 4.14, has many new features, but two in particular that will make a huge difference in automating the installation and removing unwanted programs. First is the built-in setting to remove Microsoft Teams, Copilot, Outlook, OneDrive, and disabling fast startup prior to the installation. That's a huge deal, folks. Normally, we have to use tools after the installation to remove all that junk. Second is both the most powerful and dangerous new update. It's called Silent Installation Mode. When this is enabled, Rufus creates a USB that will install Windows on the first detected disk, disk 0, automatically with 0 prompts and 0 confirmation screens. It makes the installation fully automated. No clicking through the installer, it just runs. We have covered unattended XML files on this channel before, and now Rufus will just do that for us. This is an absolute game changer for IT professionals managing fleets of computers. You plug in the USB, you boot, and you walk away. Windows installs itself. But I cannot stress this enough. This feature is dangerous. If you have more than one hard drive in your machine and disk 0 is not the one you intended to install Windows on it, it will erase the wrong drive with no warning. Before using silent mode, physically unplug every drive you don't want erased. Only the target drive should be connected to use this feature. If you only have one hard drive, you're fine. If you have multiple drives and you are sure drive 0 is the first disk, and that's the disk you won't erase, and Windows installed on it, you'll be fine. But the best and safest option is to disconnect all drives except the one you want Windows installed on and plug them back up after the install. Or skip this option altogether. So, let's jump on the PC and get started. You will need a USB flash drive with at least 8 gigabits of storage, and the target computer in which you plan to install Windows. Let's go. Alright, from a browser of your choosing, we just want to head over to Rufus, and that's going to be this first one here, rufus.ie. Don't click on any of the ads, you will regret it. Now down here we have the stable versions of Rufus 4.14, the regular executable and the portable version. Now, I have not actually tried 4.14 yet. One of my esteemed channel members, Mark, tried the beta version and ran into some issues, so hopefully they resolve those. I did not try the beta. Shout out, Mark. You can be a member like Mark too, but even if you don't want to join the team, please do me a favor, like and share the video, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Okay, let's get back to it. So if we come down here, let's just take a quick look at the changelog to see what was changed. These are the new Windows user experience improvements. The first one is the one that I just talked about, add a quality of life option to disable Teams, Outlook, Copilot, and other Microsoft forced nuisances. And the second one is add a silent installation option that automatically and without prompt installs Windows on the first detected disk. We talked about that as well. The rest of these, there were some updates specific to a Windows update here. We're not going to get too big into those. This one here is nice. It says add tooltips for all dialog options. That would be useful. And then there's some other stuff here specific to Dell. Improve error report, improve UEFI and TFS partition label to make the install media more explicit during Windows setup disk partitioning, improve support for Baselite and other Fedora derivatives that don't follow EFI conventions, improve detection and exclusion of the new Bitdefender hidden BHDs. Apparently there was an issue of the virtual drive that Bitdefender creates, and they resolved that. Improved reporting of grub, blah blah, fix potential errors during creation of Windows To Go media due to the use of new versions of BCD boot. Fix errors with local accounts that start or end with white spaces. That was causing issues when creating local account usernames, so good they resolved that. Alright, so let's just jump back up here and go ahead and download. You can download either. I always grab the portable version. Gonna click that. The download has completed up here in the top right, as you can see. So if I open up that folder, I will see the Rufus 4.14 portable.exe here. The next thing we need to do is go get some Windows installation media from the official Microsoft website. So I'm just going to type in download Windows 11 and we will go to Microsoft's official site. If you come here to create Windows 11 installation media, we're going to go ahead and click download now. That will give us the media creation tool here. I'm going to go ahead and run that. We are getting a few things ready. I'm going to accept the license agreement. I'm going to uncheck this box for use recommended options for this PC because it will not be this PC. But I just wanted to show you, my friends over in the UK, that if you use this installation tool, then you will see your English United Kingdom here. All right, moving right along, we're going to click next. Now this is important. We're not going to create the USB flash drive using this tool. We're going to select ISO file. And I'm going to download that here to my downloads folder. I'm going to go ahead and click save. Now this will take a few minutes to download Windows 11, so I will skip forward to when the download is complete. All right, now that that's complete, we just want to click finish, and that's closed. So now in my downloads folder, I'm going to go ahead and delete that media creation tool. We don't need that anymore. We've got our ISO here, and I'm going to go ahead and run Rufus. Make sure that that flash drive is plugged in to the PC. And I'm going to run Rufus. Do you want to allow Rufus to check for application updates online? I'm going to let it do that. All right, so Rufus has recognized my flash drive here, my 64 gigabyte flash drive. I'm going to select the ISO that we downloaded here. It's selected a standard Windows installation. My partition scheme is GPT. I'm going to leave everything else here that Rufus has selected, and I'm going to click Start. This is going to bring us to that new options screen. The first two options there are for disabling the requirements for 4 gigabytes of RAM, secure boot, TPM, and then remove the requirement for an online Microsoft account. I'm going to allow it to create a local account for me. Now, in order to get the silent option down here to work, you have to enable some of these other ones first. See, it became available once I selected regionals and to disable data collection. I'm also going to disable BitLocker automatic device encryption. I'm going to select this here. This is that quality of life improvements. Don't force Copilot, OneDrive, Outlook, past startup, etc. And then here we are to silent mode. Now, the system that I'm creating this disk on is home, but the target PC is Windows 11 Pro. So I'm going to change my target PC to Windows 11 Pro, and then I'm going to click this. I'm going to yet give another disclaimer. I'm not actually recommending that you do this. I think you should do down to the quality of life improvements and then not do this next section unless you are an IT professional, because there are so many problems that can happen. I want to stress here and make sure that I'm being clear. I don't really recommend, unless you are an IT professional testing this potentially on a virtual machine, that you use the new silent option. There are reports out there of bugs where the installation fails at 75%, and this could be for various reasons. A lot of what I've seen is the issue with NVMe drive and how the controller handles that. You can change your controller settings, but I'm not going to do that in this video. I don't recommend you do that either. So if you're going to try this, do it first on a virtual machine. For the record, I'm recommending that you do not try it, because it may not work. You might find that it fails at 75% and now your operating system's gone. If you happen to do that, you'll just want to recreate that USB drive and then select the options except for the silent one. and then do the installation again. You're still going to get all of the benefits of the bypass and the debloating. Okay, now that we're clear, I'm going to continue forward at my own risk. I'm not recommending that you do that. Let's go back. All right, now that Rufus is complete, we are ready to insert this drive into the target PC, and then we will select our boot menu. For me, that key is F7. I'll put up a graphic here of some of the more common ones, and I will meet you on the other PC. All right, from my other PC, I am in the boot menu. I'm going to go ahead and select the first one here, which is my flash drive, and I'm going to hit enter. Now this should be fully automated. We should not have to have any interaction, but we'll see if it works. And as you can see, it automatically selected the hard drive, didn't even give us the option, and has gone straight into the installation. I don't want to skip forward because I want to make sure that we see that it does all of the steps automated, so I'll speed this up like 20x. Now that we are in Windows 11, let's check to see what apps it did or did not remove. Come over here to All Apps. Now, as you can see down here, it did remove the Windows Copilot, but what it did not remove is the Microsoft 365 Copilot version. This is a separate instance of Copilot, but this one is easy to get rid of. I'm just going to right-click and click Uninstall, and it's gone that easy. And there's some other bloat in here that we'll get rid of, but for the most part, it's pretty clean. No Outlook, no Teams. The main Copilot is gone. So all in all, it did a good job. Now I do want to go ahead and connect to the internet and do the Windows updates just to make sure it doesn't bring any of those programs back. And then I will show you the end result before we close out the video. We'll go to Windows Updates. I'm going to go ahead and check for updates. And I'll fast forward to the updates are complete. All right, all of the updates are complete, so what we just want to verify is that it did not bring back those apps that were removed, and it does not look like it did. And there you have it. Rufus's new features just made installing Windows a little bit easier. What are your thoughts? Drop me a comment below, even if it's to say, Rufus sucks, use Ventor. All comments are welcome. Also, drop me a comment below on future video suggestions. Do me a favor, please like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel really helps me grow the channel and get me to that 50,000 subscriber goal. You can also take it to that next level of support and become a channel member. Don't forget to check out these other videos, and as always, thank you for watching, and until next time.